Hi guys, Matt here from Sheps Aquatics. So I know I've been very slack with bringing out the vlog, even the live stream. I'm sorry I missed that one. Work has been absolutely hectic at the moment because I'm still doing the whole one, getting used to it, and two, catching up on stuff that's been left out and missed. So I'm very sorry for that, and with that, I do have a bit of an announcement. My live streams are going to go back to once a month, so it's going to be twice a month. It's going to be the first and third Monday of the month. I am going to highlight this again tomorrow in the live stream, but yeah, it will be the first and third Monday of each month to try and give myself a little bit more time with work, and hopefully to try and do videos for you guys. So in saying that, I'm going to try and move the vlog to the Friday. I'm going to try and film it Thursday and get it out to you guys on the Friday, starting from next week, and that will give me sort of two videos, or a video and a live stream, or two videos a week. So the off week on the live stream will be a video. So theoretically that gives me 2 weeks to film and edit. And at the moment, with my current workload, that is about as best I can do. So that'll be starting this month, being the first of the month. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening. I'm very sorry for not getting stuff out earlier and not letting you guys know earlier, but that's all I can do. Unfortunately, I have to drop my schedule down a little bit. I will be informing everyone again tomorrow that comes to the live stream, and yeah, I'm extremely sorry. But this week on the vlog, I am excited to announce that I have more tanks coming. I have a few new fish. My babies are growing really well, but I do have a downer, and that's still with the 6 foot tank. It actually started leaking on me again, so I've drained it. I'm still draining it. So I've moved all the fish out of the 6 foot back into the 4 foot. We've got to drain the tank, we've got to cut the silicone out again and reseal it. I've still got to take the mystery snail eggs out of this tank, out of the 6 foot tank, because they decided they were going to lay a heap of eggs. So I'm in the process at the moment, as well as moving fish and fish tanks and setting new fish tanks up. So I have 4 more Kmart tanks turning up this week to house my killifish. So that's another big improvement. We're going to try and breed the killifish and get them going a little bit better than what I have been. Try and get them breeding and try and get them growing out. So we've got another four of those turning up, as well as 4 heaters. So that should be good. But I'll spin the camera around. I'll give you a quick thing. I'm going to try and keep this video down to 10 minutes. So we'll just spin the camera around and I'll show you what's happening. So, like I said, the 6 foot tank here, it did start leaking. It is leaking along the rear seal. The way I picked it up actually is because it was filling up my crebensis tank, and my crebensis tank was overflowing, and I was trying to work out where the water was coming from. Found it was coming from the back of this tank. So I've drained it. Like I said, I've got lots of mystery snail eggs in this tank, which we're going to take out and suspend over, I think, this tank, this inlet tank, and try and hatch the babies out over the top of that tank and just see how they go. If they hatch out, they go well. In this Kmart tank, I'm actually at the moment waiting for the temperature to come up, and let's see what the temperature is at. Probably at about 22. So it's got to come up just a little bit more. Got it set at 24 degrees to match the arc because we're actually going to try and breed the Celestial Pelodenios. So we're going at it a little bit different. I've got here a plastic tub with some Java moss in it. So they should lay their eggs on top of the Java moss, and they should sink down through the Java moss. So that should give me that should allow the eggs to settle. Hopefully they don't eat the eggs. I'm going to leave them in there for 3 days, then take the adults out. I'm only putting a pair in, so we'll be taking the adults out, leaving then probably taking the tub out completely, because that'll actually be a tank for my killifish, and putting them into one of these plastic tubs to raise the fry in to start with. So to get the fry up to a size that they will be big enough to go back into the main display tank for them. These guys will be coming out of this tank and going into another tank. I'm not sure which tank yet, but they still need a bit of growing out before they're ready to breed, so the gold rams will be going out maybe into this tank down here. Where if they do find us, why does that always happen? Every single time, let's change the timer on it. Every single time I try and do a video, that goes out. But as you can see, my Crevensis babies, they're going good, and they're starting to put on some size now, which is great. My Bolivian rams, it's a little bit harder to see down here, but there are still some in there, as you can see at the back there. I actually did lose a few of those. I went away for the weekend and come back, and I thought I'd fed them enough and everything, but unfortunately a couple of them didn't make it, so I lost probably about half actually, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, but that's the way it goes. I didn't lose any Crevensis because they were big enough, but I lost some of the Bolivian rams, which is unfortunate, but I've still got probably about 25 to 30, so I'm still pretty happy with that amount. Hopefully they grow out. As you can see, we've added the spawning mop into this tank, which has the Blue Wonder, the Blue Panchax, as well as the what is it, the Pinaocus, I think. The nice red killifish, or reddy-tailed killifish. So I've still got a male and a couple of females in here. So of those, so we just put the spawning mop in, and tomorrow or the next day I'll pull the spawning mop out and see what happens. I'll either get Blue Panchax or I'll get the other killifish eggs, and we're going to put them actually into that tank or into another tub. I've got probably 5 tubs, so, and I do have the room to accommodate 5 tubs, so the little 2-foot tank from inside is actually moving out and going there. So I've got if I move the ark over, I can fit another tub in there, which will probably take for the killies. If I move it all the way over to where that light is, I can probably fit another 2 in. If I move that tank over there, that tank over a little bit, I'll fit another two tubs in there, which will be okay because that's where my babies will go. That tank is actually I'm actually going to clean that tank out altogether and actually take that to my workplace, because I have a nice office there and it's pretty boring. So we're going to move the fish. We're going to move some fish into my workplace. Not 100% sure what fish we're going to put in there yet, but yeah. So like I said, we've moved everything that was in a 6-foot tank into there, minus two of the driftwood, and yeah, I'm kind of running out of stuff to say, but yeah. So if you've followed on, maybe you would have noticed there was a heap of brown algae happening in this tank. So we added the two Siamese alligators. They've been in here for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. I'm not 100% sure how long I've had them in here. I also dosed it with a bit of what is it? I've drawn an absolute blank here. The Flourish XL. So we doused it with the Flourish XL, the same as what we did with the Blackbeard algae in there, and it actually cleared it up. So I'm extremely happy with that. It cleared all the brown stuff off. We've still got a bit of green algae, but they seem to be slowly nibbling at that and getting rid of that. So that's great. Everything's starting to settle back down in this tank. I did get an absolute massive algae bloom when I added the Plant Glow light to the top and changed all the lighting on it. But as you can see, since doing that, my plants have boomed. So the Thor's Hammer Java Fern, it's boomed. The Chainsword, as you can see, it's booming. It's sending out a heap more runners and baby swords. So the goal of this tank was to have the Chainswords filling the front altogether. So that's the goal. This will be dedicated to the Histogrammers and the Otocinclus until I'm ready to breed the Otocinclus. I think before I do that, I'm going to need to set up the rack system on the other side and then start getting that side up and going and ready. So that'll be a system for later on. But like I said, I want to keep this thing to about 10 minutes. So that'll be happening later on with the Otocinclus and setting up, trying to breed those guys. Basically every fish in my fish room I am trying to breed and set up. Oh, there we go. Set up properly. So even the fish inside, I'm going to try and breed them. The angels, I'm waiting for them to pair off. I think I've got a pair now, but they haven't showed any breeding activity, so I don't know yet. When they pair off and breed, when they lay eggs, I'm just going to take the eggs out of the tank. So take the leaf or whatever they lay the eggs on, take it completely out of the tank and bring it up and drop it into a tank and try and hatch out the babies and raise them individually and see how we go. Like, I'll grow and breed whatever I can resell, and everything I grow, I'm growing out now and breeding. My local fish store will buy back off me, which makes it easy. I do know I'm selling them for cheaper than what I would if I sold them individually and sold them to you guys, but I have to supplement the food somehow. So at the moment these guys are taking a little bit of food with the potential to take a lot more when I start getting the rest of the tank set up. So I wanted to keep this one fairly short, so I'm going to end it now. So just a reminder, I am going to two live streams a month on the first Monday and the third Monday of the month. The vlog will be going to Thursday nights for the Patreons, Fridays for the for everyone else. On Sunday, the Patreons will be getting a video on every week that I don't live stream. So, and then everyone else will be getting that video on the Monday. So, like I said, that's just something for the Patreons. I know I've taken up the Patreon tank with the backup tank for that one. So, unfortunately, I have to now wait a little bit longer to start the Patreon tank until I get that one fixed. So, yeah. So that's what's happening, guys. Thanks for tuning in and be patient with me. And I'm sorry I have to change my schedule, but that's just it. So thanks for watching, guys.